Saga members, there will be a meeting tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Please see Mr. Ketzner for meet information. Attention all interested in playing boys volleyball. There will be a virtual meeting for new and returning players, Thursday, February 18th at 3 p.m. The Google Classroom code is KU6ROQ6.
Hey guys, today we're here with Jaden Nyamiaka and Nyla Salter, two members of BSU, and we're just going to be asking them a few questions about the club.
Okay, so our first question for you guys is, what is BSU as a whole?
I can start this one off, Nyla. So the BSU just stands for Black Student Union, and it's basically a group of students who really want, you don't even have to be African American to join. It's just a place for students to come together to really take a stand against discrimination and social prejudice at the high school and all levels of education at the Scotch Plains-Fano District.
I agree with everything that Jaden said. I think BSU as a whole is just somewhere for anyone to go to feel accepted or to feel like their voice matters, make a change within the school. So, yeah.
So what would you guys say is your goals for this year?
Yeah, so this year things have been really different because of COVID, but our goals are the same as every year, really taking a stand against, like what I said before, cultural prejudice and discrimination within the high school. We have a couple projects going on right now. In order for us to do that, we gave presentations to the elementary schools, talking to them about how there's beauty in difference to really eliminate social prejudice at the elementary level before it can really become anything big, because it's easier to teach kids who are younger before any like possible like racial views are like instilled within them. We also have other projects going on, presentations to high schoolers and middle schoolers, basically everything we can do to like change people's perspectives and make them make our high school more inclusive of all races and all views.
Yeah, exactly what Jaden said. I think, especially since me and Jaden are seniors, we're trying to make sure that we kind of leave a mark and we kind of actually like really make change and make progress. And I think that we have been doing that. I think even with, the circumstances that we're in, we've been, trying really hard to still make sure that we just move forward and do better and make our school more inclusive, like you said, and include more diversity and stuff.
Yeah, and Nyla touched up on something that's really important there. Another one of our goals that I forgot to say, so thank you for that, Nyla, is that we're really trying to hand it off to our underclassmen so they can really keep BSU going strong and have active members just like our upperclassmen did before us. We want to make sure that this is something that lasts and that social change continues in the high school even after we're gone.
Wow, great answers. Okay, how has COVID affected your plans for this year?
You can start on this one, Nyla.
I think COVID definitely affected us greatly. I think our previous years in BSU, we were just like always around each other. We always plan like bake sales, stuff for funding. And I think especially this year, since everything that happened, during quarantine was like the George Floyd situation and just like all of these social injustices being brought to light, I think we definitely would have done more. I think we definitely, if we were in person, could have done a lot more than what we're doing now. Obviously, we've still been doing a lot. We've still been trying our best to not let the situation prohibit us from, making change and like bringing more inclusiveness to the school. But I definitely think that us not being in person kind of prohibits that or makes that harder.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Like, usually we'd be able to do more, but when you can't really come into contact with people, it's harder to make a change. Even with our, we are finding alternatives though, like our beauty presentations that we did to the elementary school last year. We went in person and we read a book to them, and we were even able to interact with them like during their recess, and we were able to really make a connection with them, and I thought that was really fun. I'm pretty sure Nyla really liked that too. It was a pretty cool thing to do. So we couldn't get that like hands-on this time, but we were still able to conduct those presentations online through a virtual setting, and I feel like it still went out well, and you're still able to make a connection even though it wasn't as personal. So we are finding ways to make do. Another way that COVID has really affected the club is like how the personal connections within the club itself. Like usually the BSU is like more together and things like that. But through this year, it's really hard to develop a personal connection with each other and other club mates when all you're doing is talking through a Zoom call. So it's harder to make friendships like that. So in order to compensate for that, what we've been doing is like we've had like chats outside of just the club where we get to know each other better, and so people can make those friendships that they would usually make when we're talking like everybody together in one room. So even though COVID has made it harder for us, it's not stopping our motivation or anything like that.
Okay, so kind of going off of that, what are your plans for Black History Month?
Oh, so for Black History Month, we actually have a lot planned. So far we've been doing a whole assembly, a Black History Month assembly, which is gonna hopefully we don't know about this part, but it's gonna be hopefully be broadcasted on the local news network, and it will definitely all students will be viewing it in their English classrooms very soon. I don't want to say too much, but we do have a lot of things going on for the assembly. It's gonna take a class period, and it's gonna basically be immersing students in the culture of Black history and things like that, teaching them about things in African American culture that they might not know about and they might have misconceptions about, really clearing that up. We've had the Black Student Union has got together with the Students for Social Justice Club to make it a possibility. And we've been working on it for some time now, and it should be done towards the end of February, and you guys will all be watching it. And we put a lot of effort into it, so I really hope you guys enjoy it. So I won't say anything more than that, but we do have a lot planned.
Yeah, I think definitely in the past, our school didn't always do a good job at, giving Black people the representation that we deserve, especially during Black History Month. And so I'm really proud of like what we're doing this year to make sure that we do speak on like all the accomplishments that Black people have, received, or just speaking on our history more, because I honestly think that it's not spoken on enough. And I just think that we're trying really hard to make sure that we educate others and that we put our names out there. And I'm just like really proud of us because I think we're doing a lot more than what has been done in the past.
Yeah, going off that, even though like you probably won't expect it, like this year I feel like we were actually able to do more than usual. Like what Nala was saying, usually we don't have this. This is gonna be our first annual Black History Month presentation. So being outside, like due to quarantine and not being able to be inside like the classrooms and stuff, it really gave us an opportunity to reflect and see that, we need to do more as a community to really embrace Black History Month. So it actually gave us an opportunity to, do more and stuff like that. So in that sense, it it just allowed us to really, come together and make something that we've never done before. Yeah, that was a little repetitive, but yeah.
All right, sounds good. We want to thank Jaden and Nyla for coming to this interview. We really appreciate it in the BSU. We hope that you guys check them out and look into it. Yeah.
Yes, look into it. Check us
Yeah.
out. More
Join.
members.
Everyone, if you ever want, social change, we got you. Thank you so much for having us. We enjoyed being here. We always enjoy talking on matters like this. And yeah, if you ever need people to talk to, you can always stop by the BSU Google Classroom, and we'll be there.